Oh boy, the Uefa Nations League. What an absolute state it is. But I'm going to try to explain it, and I'm going to try and predict the first stage of it. But first, before I get into my predictions, let's explain it a little bit for the people that don't seem to know, because I still don't seem to know, and a lot of footballers don't seem to know what's going on either. I went on the site and basically got some notes. Look at all that to read in this video. Okay, so basically the Uefa Nations League is supposed to bring back competition in international football. It's supposed to eliminate sort of like the smaller teams going against the bigger teams, you know, getting smashed, and it's about the bigger teams going against bigger teams to generate more interest in international football while eliminating pointless friendlies. Well, lots of pointless friendlies, because there used to be quite a lot of pointless friendlies in the footballing calendar. Like, it would break up the Premier League, it'd be frustrating, and you know, you just didn't want to watch it. You didn't want to watch England versus like Lithuania or whatever. But it's an extremely big mess, and I'm just going to go through it with you right now. So, there are obviously 55 European teams in Europe playing for this Euro 2020. Now, what you got to understand is that this Uefa Nations League is not UEFA Euro 2020. It's a gateway into it. It allows smaller teams to sort of try and get through, but I don't really see how they could in the end. I mean, I don't really know. I'm just going to go through what I've got here. So basically, the 55 teams are split into 4 groups. This is decided on ranking in the European Confederation, if you like, in terms of football. Group A is obviously the best, such as England, France, Croatia, people like that, and Group D being the worst, which is San Marino, Andorra, places like that. For example, in Group A, you had Pot 1, Pot 2, and then Pot 3. Okay, and then each team was drawn from the pot and put together. So for example, England, Spain, and Croatia. So England have to play Croatia and Spain. I don't know how many times they have to play, and maybe once, I'm not sure, because it's like a 2019 thing that this stage ends. It's, oh my god, it's so confusing. In League A, for example, you have 4 groups of 3 teams, okay? So essentially you have 12 teams in Group A. So basically, say if England won that group, they'd be put through to the next stage, and the bottom of the group will get relegated into Group B for the 2020 edition, right? Okay, you following me here? Okay, I will link an article down below which explains it kind of decently. It is a UEFA one, so it sort of ends in 2019 and then it funnels down again. So you end up with 25 teams. It's confusing, okay? It's just confusing. League B is similar. 4 groups of 3. Top 4 promoted to A at the end of the 2019 stage, and bottom 4 demoted to C. This features sides such as like Denmark, Sweden, and Wales. You know, like fairly decent sides. Each one of those had their own, like I said, micro groups in them as well. League C, similar again to League B, but this features teams such as like Cyprus, Finland, and Montenegro. It's sort of the same. It's like a promotion sort of relegation thing, but it only happens within the space of like a year. I don't know how. The site didn't tell me. The UEFA site didn't tell me how long they play for and how the point system works. It's stupid. It only told me the structure. So don't have a go at me, have a go at UEFA. League C is a little bit different. Because there's 55 teams, you can't have an even number. So there's 3 groups of 4 and 1 group of 3, which is kind of similar to like the European group ages ago in 2010 on the World Cup, where you have like loads of teams of like 6 or so, or 8, and then there'll be like a mini group of like 5. And then League D, which is the most interesting group in my opinion, is the one featuring like San Marino, Andorra, people like that. 4 groups of 4 again, split into micro. Yeah, like I said, 4 groups of 4. It's split into micro groups. UEFA made it easier to sort of for these little teams as well, because they put sort of travel restrictions. So say like I don't know, Andorra can't really play Kazakhstan because of the distance, or the Faroe Islands can't play Kazakhstan. And it's like, that's cool because it saves the federation money, you know, stuff like that, travelling and stuff. It makes it easier on the little teams, which is what I imagine they were aiming for in the first place anyway. Here's the thing though about this group, which is quite interesting to note, is that at the end of it all, the 4 teams that didn't qualify, who were the best in that group, have a chance to qualify in 2020 for 1 spot. So you could see a team, you could potentially see a team like Andorra in the Euro 2020. You could potentially see it. I don't know how it works, because we're not at that stage yet in 2020 where UEFA's like, right, this is what's going to happen. They've only just stated on their website what's sort of happening, and they got like a little cool graphic of what happens, but after like the first 30 seconds, it gets so complicated, like all the dots start moving around. It's just like, what the hell is going on? But anyway, I'm going to offer my 2019 predictions. 8 minutes into the video, great. I honestly don't know how this actually works properly. There are 25 teams at the end of it apparently, or 24. 25, 24, I don't know, that actually go into the actual Euros, but we're just going to predict the Nations League part, okay, for the 2019. So you've got Group A. In Group A1, alright, that's the micro group, the first one. I reckon France will do that one, so that will be the first prediction. France. A2, Belgium. A3, Portugal. A4, Croatia. Now, I don't know about playoffs, how that works. It didn't explain it very well. So this is only going to be like 16 teams that... These are the original 16 teams that I predict that are going to go through. Okay, back to it. Group B, micro group B1, I put Ukraine. B2, I put Sweden. B3, I put Bosnia. And B4, I put Wales. Wales put in a really good performance over, well, I think it was on Friday or Thursday, I can't remember. It was a really good result. Group C, C1 will feature Scotland, I reckon, will get out of that group, their micro group. C2 will be Greece. C3, Norway. And C4, Serbia. Now, what I found really strange is, why are Serbia in C4 when they qualify for the World Cup? That's really strange. I don't understand that. Okay, so Group D. D1, I have Latvia. D2, I put a double sort of prediction because I couldn't really decide. I put Belarus or Luxembourg. Quite controversial, maybe. Luxembourg, you know. Luxembourg are not that bad, alright? D3, Faroe Islands, of course. I just thought about what they did to Greece. They got a fairly decent group. D4, Macedonia. So yeah, that's my predictions for the 2019 stage of the UEFA Nations League. It's complicated. I'll link a thing in the description below. Let me know if you think my predictions are good or if you think they're bad. Put your own predictions in the comments. I'd like to see those. I always like seeing you guys predict the stuff. You know, it's really good to do that. Yeah, I tried to explain it as well as I could. I'll link the article in the description down below. You can read through it, get some actual like proper knowledge of it, because a lot of people sort of look at it and just instantly dismiss it. And I think it is good in some ways, but it's not in others. Like I said, put your own predictions in the comments. I'd like to see those. If you like this video, obviously like, subscribe if you're new here and notifications on. Ring that little bell. This has been Toboloco. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you again for the next video.